Welcome to Math 20 video lecture series. In this video, we're going to define and illustrate the 6 trigonometric function values of an angle. Okay, so kunyari, we have a point Q which has coordinates xy on the xy plane. Be a point. Dagdag natin yung assumption na hindi siya si origin on the xy plane. Okay, so let us draw our xy plane. Hindi siya origin, ha? So let's say this is point Q. And if you connect that point Q to your origin, makabuo tayo ng angle in standard position. So let us connect. And let's call this angle alpha. Okay. So, from here, madedefine na natin yung 6 trigonometric function values of alpha. So, parang na-encounter nyo na to before. Parang circular functions lang siya. So, you have cosine of alpha, sine of alpha, tangent of alpha, secant of alpha, cosecant of alpha, cotangent of alpha. Okay, pero kailangan muna natin nung distance ni Q, yung point natin sa origin. Itatago natin sa pangalang R. So, you can compute R using the formula square root of x squared plus y squared. This is just the Pythagorean theorem. And take note, yung R natin cannot be negative. At hindi rin pwede mag-zero. Positive lagi yan. Kasi, our Q is not the origin at distansya yung pinag-usapan natin. Okay, so we define cosine alpha as x over r, sine alpha as y over r, tangent alpha, y over x. Or pwede nyo rin siya isipin as sine alpha divided by cosine alpha. And secant alpha is the reciprocal of cosine, r over x. Cosecant alpha is the reciprocal of sine, r over y. And cotangent, the reciprocal of tangent. So, it is x over y. Okay? And take note, itong mga trigonometric function values natin, may mga signs yan. It's either positive siya, negative, or zero. Okay? So, pwede siya mag-zero. Itong cosine, sine, tangent, secant, cosecant, cotangent, malalaman nyo yan kung positive or negative siya depending kung nasa ang quadrant si Q. So, if Q is in the first quadrant, lahat ng anim na yan positive. So, if Q is in quadrant 2, ang positive lang dito ay si sine at saka si cosecant. If Q is in quadrant 3, ang positive lang dyan ay si tangent at saka si cotangent. Kapag nasa quadrant 4 si Q, or yung point mo, ang positive lang dyan ay si cosine at saka si secant. So, para hindi ko siya malimutan, so ginagamit ko tong mnemonic device na to, which I learned from my high school trig teacher. So, gamit ko itong mnemonic device na to sinaunang panahon pa until now. So, ang gamit ko is all sinta ko. Okay. So, remember this. All sinta ko. In quadrant 1, lahat sila positive. Quadrant 2, sine and its reciprocal lang ang positive. Quadrant 3, tangent and cotangent lang ang positive. And sa quadrant 4, cosine and secant lang ang positive. Okay, so let's do some examples. So, example, find the trig function of an angle in standard position of of measure alpha if its terminal side passes through 1, negative 3. Okay, so may nalimutan pala akong sabihin dito. Okay, so actually, kahit sinong point yung kunin mo dito sa terminal side na ito, pare-pareha sila ng ilalabas na trigonometric function values kasi same angle lang naman yung nagagawa nila. Okay? Or you can argue na, let's say, if this is your point, a cosine is x over this. So, kapag in-extend mo dito, x over yung bago mong radius. So, by similar triangles, pareha lang tong ratio na to. And the same for the others. Okay, so sagutan na natin tong example na to. So, para makita natin yung problem, let us draw. So, we have 1, negative 3. Let's say this is 1. This is negative 3. So, this is our terminal side. At nasaan si alpha? So, pwedeng ito na lang si alpha. Okay? Pwede rin pa ganon. Okay. Ang mahalaga, ito yung terminal side. Okay, so our x here is 1. Y is negative 3. So, our r is square root of x square plus y square. So, ang r natin square root of 1 plus square of this 9. So, we get square root of 10. Okay, so cosine alpha x over r 1 over square root of 10. Or kung gusto nyo i-rationalize, square root of 10 over 10. Sine alpha y over r 3 over square root of 10 or 3 square root of 10 over 10 kung gusto nyong naka-rationalize. Tangent alpha. So, anong formula ng tangent alpha? Y over x. Ang y natin is negative 3. Ang x natin is or negative 3. And secant alpha, reciprocal of cosine. Reciprocal of this is square root of 10. And cosecant alpha, reciprocal of sine. That's square root of 10 over 3. And cotangent alpha is reciprocal of tangent. Negative 1/3. Okay? So, let's do one more example. So, let's say we have an angle alpha. So, let us find the 6 trigonometric functions of alpha. Pero ang given niya ay, let's say, ang tangent alpha mo ay, let's say, negative 3. And alpha is not in quadrant 2. Okay? Okay, so ganito natin iisipin yan. So, sabi sa formula, ang tangent ay y over x. Okay? So, tangent alpha is y over x. And sabi natin sa problem, that is negative 3. Okay, so pipiliin mo lang kung ano yung x mo, ano yung y mo. Okay. So, you have to be careful here kasi negative 3, it's negative 3 over 1. Pwedeng maging y equal to negative 3, x is 1. Pwedeng y is 3, tapos x equal to negative 1. Ang tanong dyan, paano mo pipiliin dyan sa dalawang pairs na to yung tama? Isa lang dyan ang tama. Okay? So, sabi natin, alpha is not in quadrant 2. So, wala na siya dito sa quadrant 2. Pero sabi ng mnemonics natin, all sin tako. So, positive si tangent sa quadrant 1 and 3. So, ibig sabihin yung alpha natin wala sa quadrant 1, wala sa quadrant 3. Kasi negative yung binigay na tangent. So, automatic, nasa quadrant 4 si alpha. Or yung terminal side ni alpha. Okay, so pipili lang tayo ng isang point dito. So, para madali, itong dalawa lang yung possible choices natin na meron. Hindi lang itong dalawa. Ito yung pinakamadaling makita because of this given. So, in quadrant 4, x is positive, y is negative. So, which means ito yung hinahanap nating pair. So, meron na tayong x, meron na tayong y. So, r ang kulang. R equal to square root of x square plus y square, which is square root of x square is 1, y square is 3, which is 10. So, you get square root of 10. Okay? So, anong cosine? Cosine is x over r, which is 1 over square root of 10. Sine alpha, y over r, which is negative square root of 3, negative 3 over square root of 10. Tangent alpha, meron na tayo. This is tangent alpha. Secant alpha, reciprocal of cosine. Sine alpha, reciprocal of cosecant alpha, reciprocal of sine, which is square root of 10 divided by negative 3. Cotangent alpha, reciprocal of this, which is negative 3. Okay? So, ang moral ng example na to is that pag binigyan ka ng isang trigonometric function value ng angle mo, at saka kung alam mo kung nasang quadrant siya, mahahanap mo yung lima. Okay, so let's do this last example. Let's say our cosine of alpha is negative 5 over 13. So, hanapin natin yung other trigonometric function values of alpha. So, magbigay tayo ng restriction that alpha is not in sige, ibahin natin. Alpha is between pi over 2 to 3, pi over 2 to pi over 4. Okay. So, from here, alamin na nga lang muna natin nasaang quadrant tayo. So, ang quadrant natin ay so, alpha mo from pi over 2 to, oops, not pi over 4. Let's make it pi. Okay, so pi over 2 to pi. So, andito yung angle natin. Nasa quadrant 2 tayo. Okay? Somewhere andyan si alpha. Okay, so balikan natin ito. So, sabi natin, cosine alpha is x over r. Pag nahanap mo yung y, mahanap mo na yung iba pang trig function values. So, sabi natin kanina that r is positive. So, yung r mo, pwede mo i-take na 13 agad and x mo is negative. Which is nagtutugma naman kasi nasa quadrant 2 tayo, ang x dyan negative. So, let us compute for y using the formula square root of x squared plus y squared. So, 13 equal to square root of x squared 25 plus y squared. Compute natin si y. Ano makukuha natin? Square both sides of this. You get 169 equal to 25 plus y squared. lipat si 25. So, 144 is y square. So, ang y, plus minus square root of 144. Plus minus 12. So, kailangan mong mamili ng isa lang dyan. It's either y is 12 or y is negative 12. So, paano nyo malalaman yung sign? Paano kayo magdi-decide? So, you will decide using kung nasa ang quadrant yung angle mo. Yung point mo, somewhere andito lang yun. Okay? So, nasa quadrant 2 ka, dapat yung y mo positive. So, therefore, y is 12. Okay? So, sulat na natin dito. Y is 12. And let's get rid of this. Okay, so we already have cosine alpha. So, sine alpha is y over r. 12 over 13. Yung reciprocal niya, which is cosecant, 13 over 12. Secant alpha is the reciprocal of cosine. Okay, tangent alpha, that is y over x. Anong y natin? 12 ang x negative 5. Cotangent alpha, reciprocal of tangent. Okay. Okay, observe lang natin, no? So, ano yung mnemonic device natin? We have the all seen tako. So, yung angle natin nasa quadrant 2. So, dapat, ang positive lang, si sine, at saka yung reciprocal niya, which is nagtutugma naman. Sila lang yung positive, and the rest are negative. Okay? So, ano yung moral ng lesson na to? So, pag binigyan ka ng angle, meron siyang trigonometric function values. Yun yung cosine, sine, tangent, secant, cosecant, at saka cotangent. So, para makuha mo yung value nun, kukuha ka lang ng isang point dun sa terminal side ng angle and then apply this formula. Okay? And kapag alam mo yung isang trigonometric function value at yung quadrant ng terminal side ng angle, malalaman mo yung ibang trigonometric function values pa. And that ends our video lecture for today. Goodbye!